I'm Emma Hamilton. We are keeping a very close eye on this storm system, which is quickly working its way up the Caribbean into the Gulf Coast. We want to take a live look right now. This is of Havana in Cuba. You can see conditions there, not too bad, but going to be a much different situation in just a few days. And on that note, we do want to send things over now to our meteorologist, Victoria Kokinos. And Victoria, I know we're expecting impacts here as soon as Thursday. So what's the latest on the track right now? All right, our Lydia Blackstone live for us inside of the Johnny Mercer Theater. And we want to turn now to WJCL 22 News' AJ Sisson. He is live from outside of the Johnny Mercer Theater. And AJ, I know you caught up with some of Vice President Kamala Harris's supporters earlier. What did they have to say? This morning, a South Carolina man is dead after authorities say that he put a lit firework on his head. Yeah. According to the Dorchester County Coroner's Office, this happened back on Thursday on the 4th of July. Authorities say that Alan McGrew lit a large firework device and placed it on his head in the street. The device obviously exploded and caused some massive head injuries. His wife says that they were throwing a block party the night of his death. All right, well, in some other news, today's a very important day because it is National Donut Day, y'all. And this one, it honors the Salvation Army women who served the pastry to soldiers during World War I. The future of the Savannah Civic Center will be announced tomorrow. City Council narrowed the plans, and the general opinion is that people just want a building that benefits them. Let's take a look here at those three options that are available. Option 1 renovates the entire Civic Center, including the Martin Luther King Jr. Arena and the Johnny Mercer Theater. Option 2 would remove the arena and then renovate the theater and remaining community spaces. Finally, option 3 tears down the entire Civic Center and revitalizes the area where it was. We do want to tell you about some breaking news this morning following a bridge collapse in Baltimore. Take a look at your screen right there. Wow, that is the moment that a cargo ship crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. You can see that it just crumbled and fell into that river below. We do want to take a live look right now from that river where you can see crews from our sister station in Baltimore are on the ground there. They say that authorities are calling this a mass casualty event and say that rescue efforts, they are underway after at least 7 cars fell into the water. Joining me this morning is Program Director for Bob 106.9, Nathan James. And Nathan, thanks so much for being here with us.
My pleasure.
We're chatting all things CMA Fest. I know that 3-hour primetime special aired on ABC last night. Amazing as always. The FTC is sounding the alarm on social media companies and how they use your data and children's personal information. They're calling on Congress to act right now. And this morning, we want to know how you feel in our WJCL 22 interactive poll. Which site do you feel is most secure? Meta, which includes Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, or none of the above? You can vote right now by taking a picture of that QR code or going to WJCL.com/vote. Now, right now there is a new trend circulating on social media that claims that sunscreen is bad for you. Quick reminder, we don't believe everything we see on the internet. Now, other influencers claim that there's no proof that the sun causes skin cancer. In Richmond Hill, a shelter-in-place order has been lifted at 3 schools following the arrest of 2 suspects who had a gun. According to police, a Good Samaritan reached out to them about 2 men acting suspiciously in a vehicle parked outside of a gas station. When police arrived, the suspects ran off to a nearby neighborhood. This prompted those shelter-in-place orders at Richmond Hill Primary and Elementary schools, as well as at Carver Elementary School. Police also recovered a gun. This week is National School Bus Safety Week, and according to a new report, 84% of parents feel that there is some room for improvement when it comes to the school bus system. A majority of those surveyed also say that safety is their biggest concern. Luckily, there are some things that you can do right now to ensure your child's safety all year long. Here are some tips to keep your child safe. Make sure that you always keep a safe distance of at least 10 feet from the edge of the road while you and your child are waiting for the bus. Whether they're getting on or off the bus, your child should always walk in front of it, as well as wait for the driver's signal before crossing. And lastly, have your child wear bright clothing or maybe reflective gear, because it makes them more visible to drivers, especially when traveling at dawn or dusk. Interesting to see the monkey just out and about.
There's a monkey.
You can vote right now by scanning the QR code at the bottom of your screen or by going to WJCL.com/vote. Again, we want to hear from you on this. So the company's CEO says that the team sees the 4 free roaming monkeys daily. They're just kind of hanging out in the trees there near the facilities. Staffers, they don't want to shoot the monkeys with those sleeping darts because it may injure them. Instead, employees are working to trap them by giving them fruits and treats while keeping a pretty close watch on them. And I think those monkeys might be a little smarter than they think. Yeah, I sure did, Frank. You know, those trucks going by, it's been all morning long. We are in the Pinelands this morning. But yeah, Frank, you know, it's one of those things. I don't normally stay up that late, but it was well worth it. It was just such an incredible time here in Hazelhurst last night. That watch party had a big screen. It was in this like nice big lot, and everybody brought their lawn chairs and blankets. There were a ton of vendors and food trucks. It is safe to say that Hazelhurst went all out, and it was pretty cool. I actually got to chat with one of Mosley's best friends. They've been friends literally since they were like 5 years old, and he FaceTimed Will during the show last night, so that was pretty cool. It's game over. It was once people started, there was no stopping them, and come to find out that some folks actually told us they heard Frank say, "Oh, it's time," because he showed up ready to be on TV, and that's why everybody thought it was time. Hey, Brooke. Well, I was just saying to Frank, because he is behind the camera for me right now, that this was the first day this week that I didn't wear my boots to work. And I think this just proves to you that we are still seeing the effects of Debbie, even though that storm has made its way north. We are here live on Highway 17 southbound heading into Bryan County. And as you just heard Brooke mention, both lanes still shut down. I'm going to step out of the shot here so that you can see. Good morning, everyone. We are live here outside of the Chatham County Courthouse, where a high-profile trial will get underway today. Jury selection will begin later this morning for Leilani Simon. She is the Chatham County mother who was accused of killing her 20-month-old son, Quentin Simon. Leilani is facing 19 criminal counts here. She's facing 1 count of malice murder, 2 counts of felony murder, 1 count each of false reporting of a crime and concealing the death of another, and 14 counts of making a false statement. Essentially, according to police, she continued to lie to them about what happened to Quentin. Good morning. We are coming to you live from inside the Enmarket Arena with a little bit of magic on WJCL 22 Morning News. You'll only see it right here for Disney on Ice. Just a really exciting morning. I am joined by Elsa Robertson. No, she's not. I know she's not the real Elsa, but she is the Elsa who is going to take us along and show us some of this amazing wardrobe, Elsa.